Alrighty, we made it through another week of NFL football, so with week 14 done, time to look at the results. This week, Madden and I agreed on 8 and disagreed on 8, so it was pretty even that way. Yeah, look at the 8 that we agreed on first, and then we'll go from there. Starting with the Thursday night game, which was the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Madden picked the Colts to win by a score of 24 to nothing, and it was my pick as well. Actual final score was much closer. It was 30 to 28, but Indy did win, and it is one apiece. You can't see this hand, but I'm holding up one finger. Trust me. Try to guess which finger. No, I'm kidding. Atlanta and Carolina. We picked Atlanta to win by a score of 33 to 17, and the final score was 31 to 10 for the Falcons, and with that, 2-2. Let's move on to the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. We picked Green Bay to win by a score of 31 to 17, and of course Green Bay is going to win, right? Because they're playing the Detroit Lions. So of course, yeah. Detroit won 7-3, and Green Bay lost their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. So didn't work out so well for the Pack and for our picks. So it's still 2-2. No word on whether Rodgers will play next week, but we'll see. New England Patriots and Chicago Bears. We picked the Patriots to win by a score of 33 to 23. It was actually 36 to 7 for the Patriots. So we can make that a 3-3 game for us. And in a game that was moved to Monday night because of some weather concerns and because of some stadium implosion, the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. So the impromptu Monday night game went like this. We picked the Giants, Madden by a score of 20 to 17. Actual final score was the New York Giants winning by a score of 21 to 3 against the home Vikings, who are actually in Detroit. But nonetheless, we picked the Giants, so we're at 4-all. Okay, we'll go to the Rams and the Saints. So we picked the Saints to win by a score of 34 to 31. Actual final score was 31 to 13. The Saints did get it, and you can make it. Gotta stop using that hand. 5-all. Kansas City and San Diego. We picked the Chargers to win by a score of 13 to 10. Actual final score was 31 to nothing. So it was all 3s, 1s, and 0s, just not in that order. But San Diego did win, so you can make it 6-all for us. And the last game we agreed on was Denver and Arizona. We picked Denver to win by a score of 20 to 17. But it was not to be in that game. It was 43 to 13 for Arizona. So after the games that we agreed on, which were 8 of them, we're at 6-6. So we did pretty well in those. So we'll look at the rest of the games now, starting with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. My pick was Pittsburgh. Madden's pick was Cincinnati by a score of 24 to 14. And the winner of that game was Pittsburgh. You can make it 7 to 6 for me. Actual final score was 23 to 7 for Pittsburgh. So, okay, let's move on to make it Seattle and San Francisco. So my pick was Seattle. Madden's pick was San Francisco by a score of 20 to 7. Probably my dumbest pick of the week. San Francisco ended up winning that one by a score of 40 to 21. And with that, it is 7-7. Okay, let's move on to Buffalo and Cleveland. My pick was Buffalo. Madden's pick was Cleveland by a score of 28 to 17, but we all know how Madden loves Cleveland. So the actual final score was 13 to 17 for Buffalo, so you can make it 8 to 7 for me. Okay, Jets and Miami. Miami and the Jets. My pick was the Jets. Madden's pick was Miami, and Madden got that one right. It was 10 to 6 for Miami. So you can make it 8-8. Oakland and Jacksonville. My pick was Jacksonville. Madden's pick was Oakland by 29 to 17. And it was a very high-scoring game. It was 38 to 31 for Jacksonville. You can make it 9 to 8 for me. Okay, let's go to Tampa Bay and Washington. um, which was a pretty exciting game. I picked Tampa Bay. Madden picked Washington by a score of 14-7. And as we near the end, Washington scored the tying touchdown. It was 17-16, pending extra point, which was a piece of cake, right? Yeah. Punter couldn't hold on to it. Extra point couldn't get made. So Tampa Bay hung on and won 17-16. And you can make my pick, our scores, 10-8 for me. Sunday night was Philadelphia and Dallas. My pick was Philadelphia. Madden's pick was Dallas by a score of 37-10. It was 30-27 for Philadelphia, and you can make it an 11-8 score. With only the scheduled Monday night game to go, which was Baltimore and Houston. My pick was Baltimore. Madden thought Houston would win 17-0. It was not quite that simple. Baltimore took the lead early on, and Houston battled back to tie it just before regulation time ended. It was 28-28 and going to overtime. And Houston gets the ball for the first time. Matt Schaub, pretty deep in their own end, and Matt Schaub delivers a perfect strike to the defender, and who brings it all the way home for a pick six. Baltimore wins 34-28, which makes the final score between Madden and I 12-8 for me. So if we're looking at our scores from our overall scores from last week, I was at 117, Madden was at 110. Add our scores to those totals, and we are at me 129, Madden 118. So I'm kind of running away with this thing, but who knows what can happen in the next 3 weeks. Could be some surprises, who knows. Take a look at some of the Week 15 matchups, and there are some doozies. Philadelphia and the New York Giants, who are currently tied atop the NFC East. So winner of that takes the lead in the NFC East. We got Jacksonville, Indianapolis. Big game in the AFC South there, which could swing some things around. New Orleans and Baltimore should be a good game. Got the Jets and Pittsburgh, should be a good game. On Sunday night, we have the Packers and the Patriots. Monday night, we have the Bears at Minnesota. Hopefully at Minnesota. Not sure if it's going to be at the Metrodome, but holding out hope that it will be in Minnesota. So, and the Thursday night game, which we're going to look at now, which is a Battle of California. San Francisco at San Diego. So let's turn to the screen and have a look at that. Those are the records as per the Madden season. The actual records are San Francisco 5-8, San Diego 7-6. So, with San Francisco kind of struggling, but still in it in a weak NFC West, and San Diego starting to make some waves in the AFC West, excuse me. So, who do I like in this one? San Francisco had a big game this week. San Diego had a big game this week. I guess the hottest team has been San Diego. Kind of where I want to go. Gut feeling. And who wouldn't want to go to San Diego this time of year? But, yeah. I like San Diego in this game. San Francisco, they've shown, I don't know, a little bit, but San Diego's the hot team overall right now, and that's the direction I'm going to go in for this Thursday night game. So, my pick is San Diego. Madden's pick is San Francisco. Madden loves to disagree with me on these Thursday nighters. Okay, so I'll have the rest of the Week 15 picks for you in a couple of days. And until then, I will see you. Have a good day.